So we're going to deal with naming compounds, and you're going to have to know the base names of the alkanes, which we've learned in another video. Methane, ethane, propane, pentane, etc. You're going to need to have those out in front of you, and you need to have them memorized. But for this video, I'd put them out in front of you. And so we know how to name things like this. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. That has 4 carbon groups. And again, that would be CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3, and it would be called butane. Now, if we take the isomer of it, which we've already drawn, there's an isomer of it that has 1, 2, 3, 4 carbons, and it has 3, 6, 9, 10 hydrogens on it. We have a different name. It cannot be named butane. And so what we do is we find the longest straight chain, 1, 2, 3, the longest continuous chain. They're not straight. And then we're going to name that as propane, and that should not be capitalized. I will never take off if you capitalize these, but they should not ever. These are not proper names. Propane. And then we got to make a name for this group, and that is a 1 carbon group, and 1 is meth, 2 is eth, 3 is prop. That's probably all you'll ever need. So we don't call it meth, we call it a methyl group, and it would be a CH3 bonded to something that's a methyl. And so we say methyl propane, but we also got to tell it which carbon it comes on. So it comes in our straight chain, it comes on the number 2 carbon. So 1, 2, here it is. I don't know why I redrew it. It would be 2-methyl propane. It seems redundant, but there's a reason for the systematicness of this, and you'll see later. The 2 tells what carbon the methyl group is attached to. Let's do something else. So here is a compound. Let's name it. First, we start count. There's 2 ways to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's our longest chain. And so if I do it this way, 7 is heptane, and I have a methyl group right here that's on the 2nd carbon, and so it would be 2-methyl. There's always a dash between a name and a number. Numbering on this row down here, it's on the 6th carbon, and so it would be 6-methylheptane, and this would be the wrong name. Okay, we want these numbers as small as possible. For us, we always start numbering so that we get the smallest number, so we want the numbers start numbering as close to substituents as possible. Sometimes it becomes hard. Let's do another one. Now here we have 2 methyl groups, and there they are, and we'd start numbering here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's heptane, and now we have 2 methyl groups, so we're going to call it dimethyl. And you got to learn another numbering system, naming system, and this counts the number of groups on there. And so that's a little bit different. It goes di, tri, tetra, penta, and then it follows the rest, hexa, hepta, octa, etc. So this is dimethylheptane. Generally, you don't go beyond this, di, tri, tetra, penta. Sometimes you might get other one. Okay, so it's dimethylheptane, and we've got to tell what number each methyl is. So it's 2, 2, because these can get long. It could be 22 also. So you have to put a comma between numbers and a dash between a number and a name. So 2, 2, that names this group over here, and this one, that numbers them. Dimethyl, because they're methyl groups, heptane. We count the longest chain, and that can be confusing. I'm giving you easy examples right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it's hexane, and then I look at my groups. When you're naming these, sometimes it's just really wise to circle your groups so you get them. There's 4 methyl groups, so that would be tetra for 4 methyl hexane, and then I got to tell which carbons they're on, and I have them on 2 on 2, 3, and 4, and so I go 2, 2, 3, 4 tetramethyl. That means these methyl groups are on these carbons in our numbering system. All right, we're going to do a bunch here. Okay, here's one, and the first thing you got to do is find the longest chain, and you got to be careful here. And so when I look at this, I'm going to lightly color in. I got a chain here, I have a chain here, and I have a chain perhaps here. Which one's the longest? And I think this one is, so I'll start numbering here. The blue one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's decane. Then I'll circle my groups. It's wise to do this when you're doing this. That's a strange group, okay? And so I would number this. I got a group here and a group here that are the same. Those are methyl groups. So it would be 2, 6 dimethyl. And I have a group over here that is an ethyl group. There's 2 carbons on it. See them here? 1, 2. That's my group right there. And so I would have an ethyl group. And remember how we do that. Meth is 1, so methyl would be CH3. Ethyl, eth is 2, so ethyl will be CH3, CH2 group. Okay? And so I have an ethyl on carbon 4, and so that would be 4-ethyl dash 2, 6 dash dimethyl decane. Pretty simple. Now, I'm never going to take off, but in the homework and on the multiple choice, you got to be careful. These have to be in alphabetical order. Just to make this clear, it's not the di that I put it, it's the methyl that alphabetizes it. Okay, so ethyl comes first because it's lower in the alphabetical order, then methyl comes second. Okay, other substituents that you might see are chloro, which is a Cl, a bromine, which is bromo. That's supposed to be a dash, meaning it's going to bond, and iodo, and fluoro, etc. on those. Those are other ones, and those are from the halogens on their chlorine, bromine, iodine, and fluorine can also be substituents that you might see. So here's 2 compounds, and I thought I would do this first one, and we'll number them. We'll go through several different numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make you think it's pentane. Or we'll try this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's even longer. That would be hexane. Is there any other numbers? Let's try this one over here, starting at this end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's hexane too. And finally, I'll try one more in blue. Start up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the blue gets it. I'm going to redraw this. There, I drew it again, and we'll number them like we had them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or we could actually number it from this end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so I'll name it both ways. So for the green one, I have heptane, and my substituents are on 3 and 4, and the substituent on 3 is a methyl group and an ethyl group on 4. So ethyl comes first, so it would be 4, oops, I meant to make it green, 4 dash ethyl dash 3 dash methyl. This happens a lot. Run out of room. So if I name the red, it will be 4-ethyl. That doesn't change. But then the methyl would be 5-methyl heptane. And there I have it. This is going to be the correct name because I got a total numbers are smaller than down here. Okay, and so that's how you do the nomenclature. This one, I'll just flat out do it. I have a chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and this is complicated, so it's heptane. And I got bromo, chloro, and methyl groups right here. There they are. And so I'll start with the bromo alphabetical order. So it is 3 bromo, then chloro, dash 4, 2, 4, 2, 4 dichloro, because there's two of them, and it will be 4-methyl heptane. All right, there you go. That is the nomenclature. Gave you a bunch of examples. Do the homework, and there may be a worksheet for you.